Hi, I'm Shane Smith from shanesmithlaw. One of the questions we get asked when we're talking to our clients is why should they go see a pain management doctor? And one of the reasons that comes up a lot of times in personal injury cases is because the clients are in a lot of pain. They've been to the chiropractor, they've been to physical therapy, and their pain is not gone. So therefore, they need to go see a specialist or do something to try to control their pain. One of the things we look at is, does the pain management doctor primarily treat chronic or acute conditions? And chronic is stuff that goes on and on and on, kind of like arthritis, or somebody hurts their back and it's hurt for years. Normally the doctors we're using that will treat somebody in a personal injury case treat acute injuries. So they treat new injuries, fresh injuries. You hurt your back and neck in the car accident, you hurt maybe your lower back in the car wreck or in a slip and fall. And these are doctors who are going to treat you. They primarily will prescribe some medication, but then if those pain symptoms don't get better, or if you're suffering something more serious, or your symptoms may lead them to believe that you've got something more serious, they may order imaging or an MRI. One of the things we tell our clients is, honestly, for serious injuries, we want serious doctors. And what I mean by that is doctors who are focused on treating you and getting you better and taking the whole thing seriously. Even if that's an orthopedist or a pain management doc or even just a regular family care practitioner, if they're treating it seriously, that's something we might look at. One of the things we talk to our clients about is many times the doctors we work with on a regular basis will treat you on credit, meaning they'll agree to see you now and get paid when the case settles through a lien or something like that. Also, by focusing on doctors that treat acute conditions or new conditions, they're less likely to be looking at long-term prescription drugs. That's one of the things we worry about in the personal injury side, is the opioid epidemic and everything that's going on out there. We want doctors that are going to try to treat and minimize and reduce your pain right away, rather than having to prescribe pain medications over a long period of time. One of the things we have had clients talk to us about is that they've previously had a problem with substance abuse or with pills and such, and they're afraid to go see a pain management doctor because they're trying to stay away from that. One of the things, by knowing that in advance, we can actually just talk to the doctor and say, don't offer this client any prescriptions because of their past history, and then the doctor won't do that. So there's no reason to worry about that if we know in advance, or the doctor's office knows in advance, because we know how hard a lot of that is. Also, one of the options is if somebody is very concerned about it, then it's not always a pain management doctor we'll use. Sometimes we'll use a pain management doctor, an orthopedist, or a neurologist, or some other specialist, depending on what exactly the injuries are. So if you've got questions or concerns, we'd be happy to talk to you about it. Once again, I'm Shane Smith from Shane Smith Law. If you're in pain, call Shane, 980-999-9999.
980-999-9999. 980-999-9999. Shane Smith Law. In pain, call Shane.